right, let's do it. Brazil, Declan Mckenna. I really like this song, so thank you for recommending it. I think it's pretty fun, and it has a pretty cool psychedelic guitar solo that we're going to cover in this lesson as well. A quick note, my computer is just below the camera, so if it looks like I'm looking at my, looking away, I'm looking right at my computer screen. I'm using my continuity camera, so I'm using my iPhone to record onto my laptop. What a time to be alive. Okay, so this song is basically one chord progression. We'll say 2 strumming patterns, a guitar solo, and a riff. And some great, lyrics and awesome singing. Let's get to the chord progression. So it's in the key of E major, which I'm sure you know how to play E. I'll be sending you chord diagrams with this video, so check your materials. I'm sure you can figure out how to play E. But it's the last chord in the chord progression. So we start with C sharp minor. And in this song, they play it different ways, which both ways you should know. During the verses, like when he's singing, there's this kind of stabby kind of chord progression thing, and the way that they play C sharp here, C sharp minor, is as a bar chord. So what I'm doing is barring across the 9th fret, ring and pinky are on 11 of A and 11 of D, and then 999 on the bottom. So no middle finger. Cool. The next chord is B major, and this is 7, 9, 9, 8, 7, 7. So we are using our middle finger. So same shape as C sharp minor, but we're adding our middle finger onto the G string. 7, 9, 9, 8, 7, 7. There you go. A as a bar chord. It's the same as B, down 2 frets. And then E finally. Cool, so the way that it's kind of done during the verses is, well, let me reference it real quick to make sure I'm accurate. I've got the recording up. Yeah, so it goes. So the way that works is you're playing, you kind of have this whole chord at the ready, but what you're doing is when you strum, you're trying to hit these bottom 3 strings, really the bottom 2, but what you'll find with rhythm guitar parts like this is that they'll often accent with these lower notes, like that, or I guess the accent is the higher notes, but anyway, they'll kind of preface that part with that. So it's almost like you hit the lower 3 and then the higher 3. Definitely on solo guitar, so when you're just playing by yourself, that's going to sound way more full than, like if you wanted to sing the song, for example, that's going to sound way more full and representative of what the music is than just the guitar part that's in the recording, which is essentially just. And there's some variation in the strumming on the E and the A. Whatever, it's not the essence of the thing. Basically, just, make it spicy. Spice it up. I'll give you an example. A spicy example. So Oh, sorry. Right rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are just a few examples of how you might play that. I'm a different height now. I changed my chair. There we go. Okay. There you go. Okay, so that's the verse. Let's move backward. I'm going to skip the crazy, glitchy, weird, reversey guitar parts for now. And I'm going to talk about what I would consider to be like the main riff of the song, which is not that. This. This is an awesome part. I like this a lot. The fingering is very important here. So so I'm on the 9th fret once again. So like I said, we're in the key of E major. C sharp minor is the relative minor of E major. So if you wanted to do, like we covered the pentatonic scale in a recent lesson, that's where you would do it. It's at the 9th fret where you play the C sharp minor chord. Hopefully that's linking some things together. If not, that's alright. Exposure will make a difference eventually. Okay, so anyway, we're on the 9th fret. That's the important thing. 9 on G and 9 on B. Using my middle on 9 of G and my ring on 9 of B. Switching to my index when I go to 8. And what that does is it allows me to keep the sustain while I'm playing these other strings like the D string. With guitar, we don't have a sustain pedal, so having each note last for its full value is one of the things that we place at a premium as musicians, as guitarists. So this is a good example of using the right fingering, allowing each note to ring out for its full duration, really makes that part sing. So I already explained that. Now middle on 9 of D, we slide up to 11, and then our index now comes into play on the B string 10th fret. So check this out. Before we were using our ring on the B string. After we slide, our index should actually, basically just based on hand positioning, will already be hovering right over 10. Just push it down. Just push the string down. That's all you gotta do. That's a lesson. Just push the strings down. That's it. That's all guitar is. Just do that. Okay. You're pretty good at guitar, and I think you probably already intuited how to play this. Beyond that part, you slide back down, and then you pick those two strings, the D string and the B string, again and again. That's the last thing you play. So that sustain thing comes into play again here at the end. So why it matters is my ring is already back on the 9th fret at the end of the riff, so that when I repeat playing the riff again, that note is still sustaining. So it gives it some momentum, I don't know, a cyclic quality, in that the end of it is sustaining into and through the beginning. So I find that to be clever guitar part writing, for sure. Okay, so I keep wanting to do a different rhythm. that's the verse guitar. That's the main riff of the song and the intro. Now, there's a part before the guitar solo, I think. Yeah, it's just the same chords, it just has a strumming pattern. And the way I'm going to teach it to you is maybe a little extra, but the voicings for each chord are different. I think it sounds better with this strumming pattern. This is in I want to play the beautiful game. Da, 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 da. I think I'm missing the lyrics, but you could do it on these other chords. But I think it sounds a little too bright with all that stuff, so I want to do it down here. I think it sounds better. Same 4 chords, just different voicings. So, C sharp minor. We're going to bar on the 4th fret now. We're not barring up to the A string. Or, sorry, we're not barring up to the low E. So we're doing 5 strings. And then 6, 6. And then with our middle we play 5 of B. So we got 4, 6, 6, 5, 4. Okay. I'll tell you how I think about this. There's a drum beat that's really famous. It doesn't have a name, I don't think. Some drum beats have names, actually. The Purdy Shuffle, Cold Sweat. What are some other ones? Those are the only 2 off the top of my head I can think of. It's true, they have names. Anyway, this one goes boom boom bop chicka chicka boom bop boom boom bop chicka 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 boom bop boom boom bop chicka chicka boom bop. So think about that kind of a drum beat, because that's what I'm playing with my strumming pattern. Splitting it up over 2 chords and then doing that again for the next 2 chords. Start with 1 chord. I'm watching my strumming here on video to make sure it looks good. Start with 1 chord for the whole strumming pattern. And, pick a chord that you can play easily, right? So like E or, A. You want to focus on one hand. You don't want to have to try and get better at your chords while you're learning a strumming pattern. So just pick a chord you can already play. Okay. You're pretty good with strumming. I feel like I might not need to get into the weeds with this. Let me know, because I'd rather go over the guitar solo at this point. I'll do this strumming pattern for you really slow, just so you can really get it in your ear. Alright, and now I'll do it over all 4 chords. Speed it up. Now, one piece of advice that I have on that is don't hold your pick too tightly, because it just creates resistance as you're strumming, and it's hard to do those really fast strumming patterns if your pick is really stiff. So just kind of loosely grip it, let it kind of drag a little bit on the strings, and you should be able to play it pretty quick. The key to speed in general, like playing single note lines, playing quick rhythm guitar, is a light touch. Okay, so let's do the thing that I've wanted to do this whole time, which is the sweet guitar solo. Alright, I got it open in my little software app. Let me play it again. Okay, I kind of got it. That I would not perform it that way, in terms of, I would rehearse it more. But it's a really cool solo, and I think you should learn it. It's actually not very difficult. I know I didn't play it as well as I could have, but so let's start. Again, C sharp minor. We're in that little zone. This is not pentatonic, this is actually minor. Which is not a scale that we've covered in lessons yet, so yeah, this is your first exposure to that. Let's go ahead and get started. So, the first phrase is awesome. Cool. It's got this delay and kind of reverse stuff going on. Really fun. Check out my fingering here. So 11, 8, 9, 11. Using my pinky on the very first note. And then we're kind of shifting up a fret to the 9th fret. So when I start on 11, on the very first note in the solo, my index is kind of hovering over the 8th fret. So the kind of position I'm in is 8th position. So that means 8 to 11 are the frets that I'm kind of in the zone of. And then after those first 4 notes, I slide up to the 9th position to do the next 4 notes. Cool. I've kind of alternated how I do these little slidey parts. What I've been favoring in the last, right before this video and now, is using my index for both those slides. So 9, 11, 9 and 9, 12, 9 on the beat. I think it sounds great. And it gives you that continuity of sustain between the strings if you just use the same finger. So that's awesome. Okay, that's probably a pretty good lick to just sort of sit and work on for a while. Now, it gets kind of muddy to listen to this, but once you hear the solo, like when you hear the actual notes, it's cleverly produced, I think, with like reverse guitar parts and everything. Anyway, so that's the first part. Now, here's the next part. This is fun. So, this is all on the high E and the B string. So we're going to start with 9, 7, 9. And then do another little slidey thing. That's like the motif of this solo, is the slide stuff. super, super fun. Now, like I said with fast playing, this is also true of slides in particular. Keep a light touch. If you push the string too hard, it makes it way more difficult to slide. So only push down as much as you need, and you'll find that sliding is really easy, actually. The main problem with sliding is controlling how far you slide, not actually moving your hand. So if you're having trouble just moving your hand, you're pushing down too much. You'll have to slide with multiple fingers in this solo, so this is a great solo to work on your technique with it. Fun. Okay, so let's move on to the next measure. Next two measures. This is a fun part. It kind of reminds me of the main riff. Except it's in the solo. Right? Anyway. So fingering here is really important. So we're just on the 9th fret. Notice I'm using my middle on 9 of G and my ring on 9 of B. What this does is it sets us up to play the 7th fret on the next measure. So you can tell in the next measure we're going to play 7, 9, 7, 9. So we need to be able to play that really quickly. So we need to keep this finger available to play 7. So I basically only leave this position to play this 11 up here. Good. Okay. Up to now. Cool. So the last two measures of the solo are just the same phrase twice. So that's nice. I'm sure you're nearing your capacity for slide technique and just in general. I think this is maybe the longest solo we've done. So that pavement solo was kind of long though too. So okay, so that's all it is. So 9, 11, 9, and then those 9 7s. And the way I've figured how to play this with I don't know, somewhat of a relaxed hand is you have to play those 9, 11, 9 phrases with your ring finger. And then play the 9 on the B with your middle finger and the 7s with your index. So this is all with one finger. And then let me go back to the camera to make sure you can see this well. Yeah, cool. So, I'm going to play this kind of slow. Where's my, I was going to say, where's my phone? I'll use my metronome. Nope. Okay, I'm going to tap my foot. Can you see the guitar? Now that I've changed sitting positions. Yes. Excellent. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not perfect, but that's okay. It's the first day I've learned this. We will improve. Okay, I'm I'm going to do it again, but slower, because I said I was going to do it slow, and then I didn't. There you go. Keep doing that. All right. I'm going to include the minor scale in there too. All right, I think that does it for this lesson. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you later.